waitress, couldn't waste it. Opportunity knocks and you take it. Went to my place, gotta get a taste. Couple shots at the bar, we were wasted. Now she's all in, the room is spinning. Probably shouldn't have shot that.
Greetings and welcome back to the GSL. We're halfway through today's games, and we've seen some serious high-level play, Artosis.
Yeah, it's been some great games so far, and Snare wowed us in that last match, just demolishing Bleach, who played some really good games in the round before. So, I mean, I am so looking forward to this round of 16, and so is everyone else, Tasus, because this studio is so full today
packed, man.
that they just brought in a ton of folding chairs. There is 10-plus English speakers here today watching.
I know, it's packed, yeah. So we've been getting to meet a lot of the people that watch the show, and we were just informed that people expected us to be a lot shorter, that we were actually quite tall. We're actually both over 6 feet tall, so we're giant nerds, both figuratively and literally. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I think it's only going to get better.
Oh, it is.
I mean, only going to get better.
TLO's match is still to come, and that's actually why everyone's awake right now, sipping their cocoa with their little marshmallows, eating that bowl of oatmeal.
That's right.
It's breakfast early in the morning,
That's
man.
right.
But our next match, DAVIT, who, very mixed reviews from the community on this guy.
Yeah.
He just cheesed all in twice and knocked out Next Genius, one of the favorites of the entire tournament. And a lot of people were like, oh, I hate this cheesy newbie. And other people were like, no, I love it. Anything to win. And, there was just stuff all over the board. Love him or hate him. DAVIT, a very creative, cheesy player so far, but also can play a macro game. So we're going to have to see what he does here. Of course, as I said, he beat Next Genius last time, but he's going up against Clide, the third member of the TSL. I'm going to call it the Triforce of Starcraft Legends. It is the Triforce. It is Cool, Tester, and Clide, 3 ex-StarCraft 1 pro gamers. All of them great. Clide, he just destroyed Gerard Prime in the round of 64, 2-0 that Zerg. And just with solid play. Nothing spectacular, nothing sparkly. He wasn't nuking, no. He wasn't doing Banshees, no. He just played standard good play.
Did you say nothing sparkly?
Nothing sparkly, man.
Coming from this guy. Yeah, this is going to be a tough match, but David's he's another one of these dark horse players because he just rushes hardcore.
That's what he's done so far.
He's good at killing people early, and I hear he gives amazing interviews as well.
Amazing interviews. I hope he wins, man. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait to see him get interviewed again. Here we have Zelnaga Caverns, Lost Temple, and Scrap Station.
All right, well, it's TVT, so not going to talk a whole lot about the balance on these maps.
Well, one thing to note is that, TVT Desert Oasis would take a lot of extra practice.
Yeah. That's such a wild map, and it was removed by DAVIT along with Blistering Sands. 2 maps, by the way, that it's very bad to proxy barracks on. So who knows? Steps of War and Kulas Ravine being removed by Clide. Both maps that are very good to proxy racks on. Whoa,
that's actually crazy.
Yeah, man.
Very interesting. Maybe we're going to see some different play style here from David.
I don't know.
Could be.
But, all right. I kind of hope so.
I think Terran versus Terran, as far as mirror matchups, is the most developed.
Yeah.
When I look at it, it seems like people have really figured it out.
Unless PvP really is supposed to be the way it is, where you just kind of try to rush the Colossus and not die to 4 warp gates.
Yeah.
Which it could be.
It could be.
Those Colossus units, they're pretty good, man.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
Might stuff that much. But, TVT, we see a lot of different strategies. There's a lot of ways you can play this game. And I cannot wait to see exactly what these guys have in store for us. I think it's going to be a little bit harder to proxy racks for DAVIT if that's what he wants to do. But I guarantee this guy, he definitely can play a killer macro game from time to time.
Yeah, he does. We aren't lying about that. He does do some solid macros. We can see either style here. And we're almost ready to start this game. Both the players confirming that they are ready. So we're going to get this underway in just a little bit here.
Yes, we are.
Do you think there's DAVIT has a chance?
No.
You don't think so?
No. He, I think he's not that confident up there, to be honest. He's kind of an older player, but hasn't had any real spotlight.
He might be a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, I feel like he's uncomfortable with it. Whereas Clide, he's an experienced StarCraft 1 pro gamer.
Yeah,
and he has
better training partners.
That's true.
Is David even on a team? Actually, it doesn't say that.
So.
It doesn't say that on our list of information about him.
No.
So it looks like he's just one of these guys solo. Now, obviously, if he gets to the round of 16, and beats Clide, he'll be on somebody's team.
I know, man.
Because somebody's going to want to
this
this
TSL, I just trade Clide for Davit. Be like, all right, here you go.
All right.
No, but Clide, he's so solid. He's got a lot of experience, and you can tell a lot about a player and how confident they are during the interview. How well they speak and stuff like that. Clide spoke very well, confidently, especially compared to DAVIT that just seemed like so stressed out to be there. So just based upon that, not even talking about their overall skills alone, I feel like Clide is going to have a leg up on him.
Well, nerves just play such a huge role, and the countdown has begun. We're going to get this going. Clide versus DAVIT. Get ready for some serious StarCraft action.
Xel'Naga Caverns. Top right here is our red player.
His name is DAVIT. Down here at the bottom left, we have our blue player, a Terran. His name is Clide.
Clide is it's a pretty cool name, but I don't know if it's a pretty cool ID.
Yeah, it's not the most intimidating ID, Clide.
Yeah, I could be named Clide and be okay with it. Be like, yeah, my name's Clide.
Clide is not the name of a killer.
No, it's not. Unless he's one of those weird killers from the Pacific Northwest that hides people in his fridge.
Yeah,
that could be a Clyde.
Oh yeah, actually, it's true. That could be the name of a serial killer, Clyde, but not just not like a killer in StarCraft.
Not a nerd basher, man.
Yeah, not a nerd slayer. So, not just my 2 cents on that.
I agree with you. Let's make that 4 cents.
That's right. Oh, I like that. 4 cents.
Yeah, man.
You are just exploding with wit today.
Thank you.
You're out of control. By the way, right off the bat, let's take a look at this placement here.
Yeah.
That's the spot for proxy.
Yeah.
That's smart.
And his SCV's already been all over the map. He's even skipping the watchtower. He's just going to look everywhere. He's like,
yeah.
Davit. Not happening.
Meanwhile, our other player just goes straight to the other guy's base. DAVIT. He checks the watchtower. Doesn't see any proxies yet. But DAVIT seems to want to play a more standard style this time around here.
I mean, we told you guys he knows how to do it. He does do it. And he's just planning out really well. Next Genius is so scary. Really more well known than Clide in the Korean community. So it's kind of understandable to do that against him, especially when he's such an economically hungry Protoss player. He's known for that style where he doesn't scout as much. A lot of people gave him junk over it, but that's kind of his style. Of course, he's going to have to fix that. But Clide, not quite as well known, and it might be, DAVIT probably gained a lot of confidence beating Next Genius. So he's like, all right, I can play a standard game here. Maybe I can take him out.
Yeah, I mean, you know how many players were so excited when Next Genius was eliminated from this tournament?
Yeah. I mean, every top player was like, oh
thank God.
Everyone brought him out for Soju that week, man.
By the way, we got a Reaper here.
Yep. Reaper being made, kind of a delayed Reaper, probably just for scouting, and I really love that play.
Delayed Reaper is pretty good because this area around here, it's always easy to jump into this area.
Yeah. And, just normal teching up here from DAVIT, so... I'm trying to think exactly what does this guy want to do. He's making his second gas, so we could possibly see some sort of Banshee opening. That is my personal favorite TVT opening taste. So I think you quite like it as well.
I love going Banshee TVT. It's just, it's so effective. And then you could switch your tech up from there. Now here's the Reaper on the way.
And wants to hit some of these Marines up top. DAVIT running home. No, it's a Reaper!
It's a Reaper! Let me get out of here! He shot me! Now he's going to be able to get into the main. I guess he's not going to go in the main yet with the Reaper. I guess he just wants to control the Xel'Naga watchtower.
Well, when those Marines know that you're around, it's going to be a little bit harder to get in there. And look at that. Building the barracks right where that tech lab is, so it's going to have it instantly. And there we go. Tech lab.
Factory out.
Tech lab doesn't know. Oh, he didn't.
Not quite connected. Now he's going to make a starport here.
That was kind of sloppy if he...
yeah.
He built that there when he... I don't know. It's weird.
Here's the Hellion on the way out. Meanwhile, inside DAVIT's base, we see the tech lab on the way, so we can assume Banshees. Sometimes we see an early Raven, though.
Yeah.
That's been pretty effective as well.
We definitely do see that sometimes. But I'm feeling the Banshees, though.
Oh, no, I think you're right. You have to get at least one Banshee. It's just so effective.
Yeah. That Banshee can waste so much of your opponent's time and money.
Whoa!
And Hellion lives.
Luckiest Hellion in the world.
Another Hellion coming out. Should go over and kill that Hellion.
He should really not be sitting here with this Hellion.
No, this is probably
Good
the
luck.
worst thing
He's
he
going to
can
lose
do.
it.
Bye, Hellion.
Goodbye. Banshee on the way. Cloak on the way.
That's right. Both players researching Cloak right now. So Marine Banshee for DAVIT against Marine Banshee for Clide. Awesome.
Now, we do see that Banshee play is going to be pivotal in this situation. Now, here's a few things to keep in mind. Now, I know, we're still all learning this game and stuff. This game's pretty new. But what do you guys, it seems like, there's this, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. The scale between how many Banshees do you get versus how many Vikings do you get is a really tough decision. Because if you see him going for Banshees, then you might want to get a Viking because that's a great way to kill a Banshee. But then if they get Cloak and start getting you in that situation where you're scanning and wasting mules, it can be really disastrous.
Oh. And the Banshee's in here now. Raven is being produced by Clide. Meanwhile, just Banshee's being made by Clide. And he does get out of there with 4 kills. But yeah, you have to be careful with exactly what you use your starport time on, as you were saying, Tasus. And another interesting thing I'd like to point out is that Clide has been controlling the watchtowers very, very well, so he knows what's coming. And the second Banshee is coming right now. But there is the Raven out, so this could be quite dangerous.
Second Banshee moving out now.
That Scout Depot not looking so hot now, is it, Clide?
More barracks here. Actually making the barracks on low ground. That's kind of interesting. And he does have a command center over here.
But it looks like he just lost some SCVs to a Banshee in the back of his base. I like the play. Oh, look at that. He is starting the Vikings, which you were just speaking about. And with that Raven, it's going to be very hard for DAVIT's Banshees to do anything else. So
yeah.
Looks like he's actually going to make a blunder and move them into Clyde's base.
This could be bad.
Could be very bad with those 2 Vikings out. These Banshees might do very little, but he's targeting some mules maybe.
He does get a mule, but you could see
nice
this,
Banshee kiting.
Those point defense thrown up. That could have been a little bit wasteful, but
yeah, it feels like it almost was
a little bit overkill there. But I mean, he did at least drive him out of his opponent's base, so Clide looking pretty good. Meanwhile, we got our own Banshee action over here.
14 kills.
14 kills.
Totally sick.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, 14 kills. I mean, we have to look at the SCV count now. Let's take a look here. 32 for
wow.
Clide, 18. That's exactly 14 less than 32.
It's true. That is brutal. Now, as you can see, the Banshee coming from Clide, way more.
Yeah, and he made just that one Banshee and went ahead with Raven and Viking to try to stop Banshees in his base. So that goes to show you got to be very careful, as Tasus was saying, about what you make out of that starport.
Yeah. And that could also really impact the ground game, too.
Yeah. But he does have 2 command centers up. Likewise, Clide. And, coming in, killing the Raven of DAVIT.
Oh, my God.
DAVIT is in trouble, man. Clide is just, look at this. He's so solid. All his builds, extremely solid. All his play, all his snipes, all his harassment. Extremely solid play by Clide. And, some people, they like the flashy stuff. They like the nukes. You know what I like, Taste? I like the solid play. He's like, hey, look at me.
Standard.
I can micro, I can macro. My strategies are smart.
Looks like we got DAVIT moving out. DAVIT not looking good. He's going to have to do some damage here. He's already so behind.
But these tanks are in siege mode. Running into siege tanks.
Sieging up.
Oh, man. This Marine's taking so much damage. No Marines left, just 3 siege tanks. And literally, he can just land his Vikings on that. The game is pretty much...
Yeah, it's almost pretty much over. He's going to move...
Marauders.
Now, he's backing away. Looking over here. Clyde's base looks totally fine. Uh-oh.
Clide going to hunt some units.
He's stalking him right now.
Wants to get that Marine first. Get some siege tanks. Siege tanks very, very expensive in this game. Every single one lost is really, really painful. And DAVIT, is he going to use a scan now to take out this Banshee? Nope. It's going to scare him with the Vikings.
As you can see, guys, it's getting pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
DAVIT really not looking good.
Every move Clide makes is just very smart, and it looks like he's going to engage.
Oh my God, he got that too.
Yeah, he saw 2 Vikings there. He just moves up, kills him with his 5 Vikings. He's like, let's see, 5 minus 2, that's 3. I have more Vikings. And he goes up, eliminates them, and just everything Clide does, man, it's actually quite beautiful to watch someone this solid playing.
Yeah, it really is. Now this is the phase in TVT where you start to crank out a lot of Marauders. When you get that expansion up, you have the gas, you can start to get a tank Marauder and stuff.
And really, right here, not enough units right now for DAVIT.
Look at the unit counting station. Literally, Clide has more of everything.
Yeah. Every single... No, well, there's 3 mules for DAVIT. That's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, that means he's actually missing mule drops, so...
Yeah. He's, He's in trouble, Tasteless. This Banshee just will not go down. 16 kills.
I know.
It's a captain
It's a
now.
captain now.
Yeah. That's, for those of you who play Warcraft 3, that's like having a level 4 hero.
That is.
Very powerful.
He is not taking out the gold rocks here, by the way. We're kind of at a passive moment here while both these guys start to mass up. He spots it. He spots his opponent on the move.
Clide using a lot of scans there. So confident in his play. He just wants to know exactly where this guy is and how many units he has. Look at this. I love this. Coming with more Vikings and the point defense drone possibility.
Here we go. Point defense drone.
Huge!
Oh! He's trying to take out all of that.
Loses every single Viking he had. DAVIT has been outplayed in every way possible this game.
You know those like cartoons where like you see like, you know, the character, like he steps on a rake and like it hits him in the nose, and then like, you know, he falls down the stairs and then a bucket of paint falls on him. That's like DAVIT right now. Like there's nothing actually going right.
Yeah.
He slips on a banana peel after that.
It's quite like a Garfield comic, Tasteless. It's just nothing can possibly go right for him.
It's like a Garfield comic?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, in the sense that it's just not funny at all.
Yeah, it's quite sad.
Not funny. Here we go. The everything's moving out. He's gonna try to finish him off. Let's see if DAVIT can pull out some tricks.
Medevacs versus Vikings. Not very fair.
Medevac's actually the pacifist unit of the game.
It's a ridiculous amount of units
Oh,
here.
nice point defense drone, making this army almost invulnerable. He is just cleaning up. He lands the Vikings, and that's going to be a GG.
Wow. That was sad, like the Christmas tree in Charlie Brown's Christmas movie.
That is sad game.
Clyde,
damn,
so
Clyde is
ridiculous.
Good.
That is the most solid Terran I have ever seen in StarCraft 2 by far.
Yeah, that was.
I was talking about how cool and Snare was playing, how good he was playing. No,
you got to give that guy credit, man. Damn.
Clyde is just completely rock solid in every way. His macro is straight on. His micro is great. His strategies are amazing. His timing
That was really good.
Everything he does is like, oh wow, look at this. This is awesome. It's like watching Light Alive from StarCraft 1. It's like, wow,
It's
you just
actually
do everything
crazy,
right.
man. Well, you know, the decision to go Banshee and then switch to Raven, then he goes in there and snipes his opponent's Raven in an unexpected moment. Because late game TVT at this point in time, I think, is all about having the Raven with your army. That's my opinion.
Point defense drones.
Point defense drone
sick.
is really,
Throw
really important.
2-3 that's out there. It's like your army just conquers.
Yeah, especially because Marauder is such a staple unit for Terran.
Yeah.
And that means they have to retreat. And, of course, Marauders are units that slow down the other unit when they're running away. Mm-hmm. So if you have a point defense drone in a Terran versus Terran and you have Marauders, they have Marauders, then you start shooting their Marauders and they actually can't get away in time and they lose the game.
I mean, it's that good, and we haven't even talked about Vikings,
And
but
we're going to get started right now, so let's get ready for game number 3.